Welcome back to another Thursday night grind, and my name is Matt, and I am at the American Edge. Every Thursday night, I go into YouTube and sharpen something that's on the bench. I have a bunch of stuff on the bench, bunch of residential kitchen apps, but I have been itching to do a carbon steel knife to show something that has kind of changed. I don't know, it's just been nice for me to have learned really how to clean this blade to make it look good before going back. I'm convinced there's got to be a million of these sitting around in the drawers up here in New England that are just like edges rounded over, like nobody uses them. They just like they don't cut anymore, but it's because they've never been sharpened, and they actually will take a really nice edge. And what I like, if I could really make a change in the world, it would be like everybody has this knife that they take out for the holidays, and when that turkey comes out, like they get out that special knife. And I feel like a vintage carbon steel knife would really fit that application, whether it's a roast or a turkey or something like that. So help me make that change in the world and get your carbon steel knives out of those old drawers and get them sharpened. But what I really want to show you is how I clean them, because the thing that people don't like about carbon steel knives is that they rust, and you can see that, right? That's what happens, and then people don't like it, and they get all squirrely. But if we clean them right, and then I'll show you also how I oil them. We clean them and oil them, we take good care of them, then they'll last. So without further ado, let's go down. The first thing I do, this is a knife that I bought, and I'd like to sell after tonight, but I want to show you what I'm going to do to it. But when it first comes in, what I want to do is clean it before I do much. Like I don't want to, after you see, I don't want to clean it after sharpening. So let's go down to the sink here. Something like that. All right, so I've got myself prepped. I got my green Scotch scrubby pad. I made this little thing to fit in the sink, and it's great for putting a sharpening stone on, but it's also great for setting a knife on. And the way I'm going to do this, I happen to be using Barkeeper's Friend. Doesn't matter though, any abrasive cleaner will do the trick. A little generous dollop there. And then just a little bit of elbow grease, using that green scrubby and an abrasive cleaner. Get a little weight on my thumb. Get in there at the bolster. Flip it over. So now you can see, like, it's, if this were right off the sharpening bench, like I'd really run the risk of either shredding up my thing or like ruining my edge or cutting my thumb. So I like to do this first. Let's get a little more cleaner on here. Get the spine. Not going to be quite as aggressive on the handle, but it'd be nice to kind of clean that up a little too. Okay, a little rinsey poo. All right, so if you get a vintage carbon steel knife across your bench, that alone will send it home looking way better. But that is just getting us started. I don't know how much of a difference you can tell. And actually, I think I washed this one earlier, be it a few months ago. But anyway, That's that. The other thing I wanted to just acknowledge is I've had some requests, which I appreciate. Thank you. One is to repair a tip and to do some scissors. So I will try to make a point of capturing video of both of those and like getting chips out of knives. But thank you for those. If you have any other requests, things you'd like to see sharpened, please just leave a comment or reach out to me. I'll put my contact info in the description. Oh, I didn't even mention, like, it's not even Thursday night. Tonight's Friday. I wasn't in town on Thursday. For all you loyal subscribers, I appreciate your understanding. Okay, let's go to the this knife is shot, like it needs a new bevel. Let's save ourselves a little time by going over to the belt sander. All right. There might have been a few things that happened there that I wanted to just draw your attention to. The first one, let's go back down here. Because there was really no bevel on this, the first pass on each side I took was against the platen. That's to cut that new bevel. I feel like more cutting happens when you cut across the platen. Excuse me. Once that bevel is starting to be formed, I don't want to make the last pass against the platen. So the rest of the cutting I did on the slack belt. The second thing, you might have seen me draw the knife across the wood right here. That's just because when I was looking at it, I could see that it was putting a loose floppy burr, for lack of a more official term, down the whole thing. So I just wanted to get that flappy burr metal swag off of it, and then make a pass. And I don't know how else to explain it, but I feel like when you see that, you'll know what I'm talking about. When you run your fingers down, like you can push around, it's just like hang in there on the edge. Just get that steel off of there and get yourself a fresh edge. Take a pass or two, and then I see a couple bright spots. I didn't do it. I got to take another pass. I don't quite have a full edge. I'm not to the edge on the whole blade. Sorry about that. Let's go back. That's it. And that was having this light here is valuable too. But that was neat. Caught my eye. Oh yeah, and I can tell just touching it like that. That was the difference. Probably would have come out. I mean, it would have come out on the Edge Pro anyway, but saved ourselves just a couple extra passes with the stone. Okay, let's get our stones ready. I want to to show you something else too, since this is going on. Edge Pro Super User, cutting through these, getting to the bottom of these diamond matrix stones. This is the 250, sorry. You can see like on the edge here. Time for a new one. How many stones does it take to wear? How many knives does it take to wear through a diamond matrix stone? Quite a few. Way more than their synthetic stones. All right, let's get you a little closer here. Maybe I'll zoom you over to this side if that's all right with you. Is that okay with you? All right. All right, so from here on out, it is relatively standard. Let's set our guide. 21 degrees. 250, set the collar. Pass. Do one side. Do the other side. Check for a burr. All the way to the tip. It was harder to see at the tip when I was just doing that, but it's there. Get back to the side that I started on. Make sure I'm pushing a burr over the whole length here. Good to go. Refine the edge. This is the part that I like. Now that like I did one side, did the other side, I pushed a burr up over here, just cutting that burr off. Final stone is 1100. A little time refining that edge with this stone. Get a nice scratch pattern. You want to remove all the scratches from the previous stone, which is why we go up in incremental grit values. Did that. Cut that burr off. Pull stroke. Should we call that the American finish? Something like that. Build a burr, cut the burr, pull stroke, pull stroke. Let's do the gratuitous cut test. got the paper wet. Okay, that's good. Okay. I'll carve a bird. Beauty. All right. Let's, now we need to, I want to do the whole finishing step, which I don't normally do with you guys. All right, nothing special going on here. That was just a little dish soap. This is something I do before I send my knives home. Just make sure I get all of the residue from the shop off the blades. Dry it nice and well. Let me get you back up into view here. All right, so now the issue with carbon steel is rust, right? So what we need to be good about is using our Subaki oil. This is not what it comes in. I guess I should leave a link to where to what Subaki oil I use. But anyway, the way I put it in this other jar, it has a dripper, and I just drip or two here, let that run, drip or two here, and a paper towel or anything like this would work. Just rub that in. It is also fine to use on the handle. Sometimes I'll use any sort of mineral oil on a wooden handle. This one is a little bit wet, but it's still sucking it up. I also got some stuff from Mark at Chef Knives to Go. It's a combination beeswax and mineral oil. I've been using it. I use it on the cutting board, but I'm interested in using it on handles. I'd like to use it first before I show it off to make sure that I'm cool with it on handles, which I'm sure I am. Everything he sells is great. Okay, so now that knife is done. So washed, clean, oiled, handle 2, blazing. Ooh, don't cut myself, man. Okay. So what my plan is, I haven't finalized this. My plan is to put this up for sale. If you would like it, if you want to support the work I do, you can buy one of these knives. This knife only, actually. I don't have another one. I'll probably do like eBay or something, and I'll put a link in the description. Something on the order of 25 bucks, something like that. What do you think? Make this your holiday go-to, or give it to grandma or grandpa. Okay. All right, that's it for Thursday Night Grind tonight. It still took almost 20 minutes, but it's still good. I rambled my mouth. If there's any feedback at all, thank you everyone who reached out last time and like just said hello in the comments. Please keep doing that. I'd love to talk to you guys and see what you're doing. Good luck out there, you know? Like, have fun. Enjoy your life. Peace.